CNA Vice President this year. Becky is out. She's got people in town that are visiting her, so we wanted her to be able to take the night off, spend time with them. So thank you again. We got a bit to cover tonight. Treasurer's report. Our treasurer is traveling for work. So I'll go ahead. We got $49,783 in checking, $64,344 in savings. We have an income this past month of $6,004, and then expenses of $3,902 or $3,902. And a lot of that is just related to the home tour, which is coming up in just a few days, and we'll cover that. Giving program, if you are unfamiliar with that, we give grants to neighbor-led initiatives and involved in safety, involved with like planning things for kids, arts and culture, and then kind of like a general fund. So we still have $2,000 left in the general fund, $1,200 left in the art one, $1,000 left in the kids one, and $1,100 left in the safety one. Recent awards, so we recently awarded Mick Barnheiser up to $900 for right off of 14th and Windsor, some beautification along the easement right there where Laura's murals are. So they're going to be adding some plantings, they're going to be putting in a little free library, and it should be really beautiful. We're going to get out there in the next couple weeks, or next week or so, and actually help with that, but he also has help from other neighbors on their street. So that's a really cool use of our giving program funds. And then also just at our board meeting right before this, we approved, Donna applied for $1,250 for, Doreen, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I was thinking Donna.
It's okay.
Yes, Doreen, I'm so sorry. You applied for funds, I believe it was $1,250 for trap and release and some of the actual traps that we can keep in the CNA tool shed. So we're going to hopefully get some of the cat colonies reined in a little bit here. There's a lot of activity.
So watch the message board for communication regarding requests and help, and if you'd like to be involved.
Yeah. And if anybody has an idea for, you want money from us and you're a CNA member, it's a pretty easy process. We have it on our website. You can apply for funding within one of those categories, and I've told you how much you have left. Yes?
And doesn't the funding reset like every middle of the year or something?
Yeah, it's but I think it's when our board turns over to the new one, which is like end of May to beginning of June. Yeah. It's like when the switch happens, and so that's when I believe our budget turns over as well. So we still have that much money for less than 6 months left, which means you have a good shot of getting some money for what you want to do. As long as it benefits the neighborhood, it's not for like individual people. Okay, membership report. We have, or would you want to do that?
Oh, sure. We have 190 businesses and 380 individuals.
Yes.
Yep.
So please tell your friends to join us so that they can apply for a giving program. They can get dispatch in the mail. They can borrow and rent from our tool shed. And we have some exclusive member events that we've started doing. We did a happy hour a couple of months ago that went really well. So we're always trying to figure out how to benefit our members, but also, of course, Coronado at large. And then a host intro. If you'd like to introduce yourself, talk about Mac Alpine.
Hi there. I'm Monica from Alpine. I know many of you, so it's really cool to see you again. Thank you so much. We had McAlpine's up in 1929, and you probably know we were closed for 4 years because of COVID, and my husband passed away, and I fell and I couldn't walk, and it was all this trauma, but we've been open now since the end of last March. And I have to tell you, if it wasn't for the people in the neighborhood coming to volunteer to help us reopen, like I would reopen, they were amazing. We just had so much help. I need to line we are not struggling. I cashed out my retirement a little while ago, sold some family jewelry, so we were open for 7 days just to try to keep it going. But tell your friends that fall is always really slow for us, and this autumn was just terrible. But right now, so far so good. We're just hustling. My kids were with me. My grandson is here, and he is 13 years old today. But I don't know if he might be hiding.
Happy birthday!
I'll find out.
Happy birthday. We just love that. Anyhow, so I think a lot of you, I recognize so many faces here, so I think a lot of you are regular customers, so much appreciated. This is the spring before that we're reopen. I talk to people every day that have no idea that we reopen.
Go grandma.
And then we're all up for fun neighborhood stuff. So this is my grandson, Jason, who works here, and this is my other grandson, Matthew.
Yay.
And all I have to say is,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jason. Happy birthday to you.
It's from Jason. So, and Jason, you know, because it's such a cool neighborhood, he has done some great stuff. And of course, he's gone to the Halloween party.
Do you think the huge apartment complex is gonna help you guys out?
I have to tell you that I say to people all the time, it's gonna be the highest in the apartment complex at St. Louis. Although we lost our sunsets, and we're a little bit sad about that, but, you know, that's what makes me happy. Thank you. I mean, it's been really good. It's just, when Bible Baptist Church was across the street, and we're friends with them, and I had an autistic man that worked there who, he came with me all his for years and years. And so we had a really good relationship with them, but it was really sad when they closed. And it was very bittersweet. And growth is hard.
Yeah.
It's not all that happy, I have to tell you.
And some stuff is going on the outside of your building. Are you guys doing some stuff or?
We got a grant from the National Historic Preservation Trust, which was amazing. And then we got $60,000 from the city of Phoenix, but we kind of lost some money. So, it was, the money disappeared. I'm not really, we were kind of upset. So we've done which some days I look at it, I love it, some days I don't love it, but that's as much money as I have right now.
I like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that, because we
Yeah.
just stressed over what to do, and,
Yeah.
the plaster was old and bubbling in some areas, so we were thinking it was gonna fall on something
Yeah.
or somebody. So I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah.
So that's what we've done. We got a carriage up front, and we're gonna put lights on and do a cute, kind of make it a Instagram spot. But we have that going on. Inside here, we probably do, we really try to keep this the same, just the same look to it. I'm gonna do something to raise money. I haven't had AC in the store next door since, like last August. So I'm gonna do something to raise money there. We're looking at, some kind of music thing. We don't really know. Always on Fridays if anybody has great ideas. McAlpin's is very much a labor of love. My kids, talked about the lawn back there, roller skated here when she was a kid. She was 8 and 9 years old, roller skating through here, and the kids, they would have movie nights here, and it's so much a part of Phoenix history, but also our family history too, so it's incredibly special to us, and we're just really hustling to make it work, and the neighborhood support there really has been amazing. You guys have any great ideas, I'm glad to listen.
Mostly lunches or dinners or all of the above?
Right now, we just went to Sundays, we do summer lunch every day, all the time, and then Friday, Saturday, weekdays are my really quiet days. Before COVID, we always called Saturdays slaughter days, and they're kind of that again, which we're really bad for the business, but they are like, we need it another Saturday. But it's all good, so, okay. And then we'll bake pies for the holidays. Our pies become so popular that we're maxing out. And then we did pies, it's really cool. We did pies with Phoenix Theater, baked cakes, when we first reopened, and asked if they could do a fundraiser for us. So we sold the pies with their plate waitress for about 2 months, and that was just unbelievable. So it really will be the pies, and we can talk about across the streets.
Great.
I want to buy a plant for Sunday. When do you want to come in? Anything today?
We have a whole apple and a whole cherry and a whole naughty.
Let's go. That was so good.
Our pies are really good.
Do you have some for sale?
Thank you, Monica. We appreciate it. Okay, so we talked about this last time. Our CNA tool shed has officially moved. It is at Brian Johnson's house. So that is at Cypress and between 15th and 14th Streets. It's right in his front yard. He's still operating it through the website. You still do the same request process. He pretty much handles everything. So we're happy and thrilled. We downsized a little bit to be able to accommodate, like, put it all into a smaller tool shed, and then we are hoping that G Road is going to purchase the one that's still at Emerson Elementary so that we can recoup some of the costs of that. But that's really the update, the tool shed. I would note the only thing is that we are not doing rentals right around the time of home tour because we need all of the tents and the tables and the chairs for the home tour. But other than that, most things are free. Some things are very nominal fees. And if you have ideas for stuff that you would like the tool shed to have, let us know and we'll look into adding it to our inventory. Any questions? Tool shed? Yeah.
Would you accept any donations?
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
chainsaws or whatever?
I think so. I would talk to Brian because it might be something that we already have like 5 of and like maybe we don't need 6, but you know, if it's something that we do need, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Dispatch, Joey put it together. It's looking, it's
You know
beautiful.
what?
Thank you.
We had sunshine if
Yeah.
you want, sometime soon.
Members get one in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be mailed to you if you are a member. This is Howland. This is a painting from the cover. Try to feature an artist, a musician from the neighborhood each month. Everyone's welcome to contribute. It takes me about 20 hours to lay it out. Ideally, if you do contribute, throw a photo or 2 in there because no one just wants to stare at text. We try to do it quarterly, ideally on the seasons, we call it equinox and the solstices. So a month before is the deadline. Ideally, we're a little behind schedule, but hopefully we'll make up that as we go.
And we did put on our website, we now have a form where you can submit your stuff. And I believe I put the schedule up there too of like kind of our goal for when to receive content and the estimated publishing date as well. So.
And ads are free for neighborhood businesses, and it's yours. So please, I don't know, help out, contribute, throw in ideas or whatever.
And these are funded through the Block Watch grant through the City of Phoenix. So we always are really appreciative of that. And then actually once, we have a slide, it's really just a picture of food, but you'll see in the dispatch, Becky put together an article. We would love to put together a Coronado cookbook. So we are soliciting recipes, just some of your favorites, telling the story behind them. Hopefully there's a good story. Photos of the food would make a better cookbook. And then we're hoping to receive all of the recipes by the end of this month. That might shift a little bit. If we only get like 3, that's a real small cookbook. So hopefully we'll get more than that. But please, we would love to see what everybody loves to make here and share that with everybody. So that's a new initiative that we have. And hopefully it'll be a great success.
We should do a potluck after.
We could. That would be a
Ooh,
great idea.
That's a fun idea.
Cookbook potluck. All right.
I like that.
Okay, and then safety committee. See Laura. Yeah. Okay. So there is a tentative cleanup on February 15th to get us all spruced up before the home tour. I frankly don't know enough about that and where they're meeting, but we can post more information on all of our social channels. There are the PNP classes. I'm blanking on what that stands for. PNP for the safety. Oh, Phoenix Neighborhood Patrol. Thank you, Scott. Yes. It's like I'm not as involved with the safety committee. I'm handling some of the other stuff. Okay, so on February 19th and February 20th, if you're interested in learning more about that, I would reach out to Scotty or Laura to talk about how to get involved with the safety committee and some of those initiatives. Is that you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. And then there's a meeting, we just had a meeting with the Neighborhood Services Department, our representative Melissa Larson there. We do have a new community action officer, which is great. His name is Officer Tim Cobb. So we're gonna try to get Tim into one of our soon-to-come meetings, so either the March one or the April one, kind of depends on his schedule. But we're looking forward to having a community action officer. Again, it's been a few months without, and hopefully that it'll be a great relationship between him and the safety committee and the Coronado in general. And if you have any specific things, just keep an eye out for when he will be at one of the future meetings so that you can chat with him directly. Oh, and then if you do experience some like safety concerns, we were talking about how it would be a good idea for some of those to be filtered not necessarily individually to Tim Cobb, but perhaps through the CNA and the safety committee, because if they come through us, we might notice that it's more of a trend and we have a bigger umbrella to help put more resource and more voice behind it. So that's just a recommendation. You don't have to follow that, of course, but I think, more voices united is more powerful. So, and then we always post updates and resources. Those are always available on our website. Any questions about safety that I might be able to answer?
You're doing great.
You are. I'm rushing, for sure. Okay, and we have a legislative update. So Arizona Rep. Sarah Labordi is here. If you'd like to speak.
Hi, everyone. I know I'm being recorded, so I hope this doesn't go out to everyone, but this is like my favorite part of my job is going to the neighborhood district meetings, and I have to say you guys are up there, if not at the top, for coolest venue, tastiest treats, and just in the 15 minutes I've been here, just hearing about what your neighborhood and your community are doing. I don't know if I might have knocked on any of your doors, but I love, campaigning and canvassing in your neighborhood, so I'm just happy to be here tonight with you all. I am your state representative in our legislative district 5. I was appointed twice in 2022, in last year in 2024, and then ran and won in November, and so I am now serving a 2-year term. So this is the start of my 3rd year down at the legislature. Never knew I would be down there. I live just a bit north of you off of 7th Street, Lake, Missouri. And I lived in this district for 18 years. I'm originally from Tucson. And I just was politically involved, but didn't really know what to do, and had thoughts, ideas, concerns, annoyances, but didn't really know what to do. And then I just decided one day that I was gonna connect with my district people and just see where I could help. And so it was really like that decision that kind of catapulted me into the community and meeting with people, hosting coffees, getting petitions run for public education and pushing back against the flat tax, things of that nature. Just, I like to do this, and so I'm gonna go do this to help. And then again, appointed, surprise, someone encouraged me to run for it. Never thought I'd be at the Capitol, but it's turned out to be my favorite job in life, and I know a lot of people are like, that's weird to hear. But I do love it because I'm an Arizona native. I'm a mom of 2 kids in the Madison School District. My background is in finance and real estate. And I loved those worlds because I loved helping people, but I never really felt like that was my passion and my calling. I also worked for a nonprofit where I ran statewide initiatives for housing and homelessness, and how do you move capital to communities that are usually overlooked and don't have access to capital. And that is everything I get to do every day down at the state capitol. And so I love the work that I get to do because I get to touch all these facets, meet amazing people, work with such great colleagues. And so my focuses down there have been housing and homelessness issues, water. I serve on the health committee, so now I'm very focused on health issues, access to care, affordability of care, being a public school parent right now, kind of fighting against a lot of the harm that I saw coming down the pipeline for public education. Now we're in the thick of it, and I'm living it now with my kids too. So I feel very grateful and happy to be able to come and learn and listen to all of you of what is the lifeblood of your neighborhood? I hear the capturing a lot in other neighborhoods, and I know that is also a labor of love. But just getting to know you all and your unique identity, and I'm sure a lot of you have lived in this neighborhood for a very long time. So I really just thank you for inviting me into this space. I'm here to, give you any insight, but also just to listen and like what's top of mind for you. So I don't know what else is on the agenda, but I'm happy to take questions and hear like what's most important for your community and anything I can advocate for, anything I can go back and work on. I can tell you a little bit more about our legislative priorities and what we're seeing at the legislature right now, just what would be important for me to touch on with you all.
So without wanting to get into a partisan rant or
Sure.
anything, you're a Democrat,
Mhm.
and you've got a Republican majority which basically says no to everything. So where is there opportunity? I mean, you're saying you're working on these things, but opportunities can get voted down too. So where do you
Yep.
find the most openings?